Hi, my name is Donovan. I am 42 years old. For a living, I design websites and apps, and in my spare time, I am going to school learning electronic music production. I have struggled with sleep maintenance insomnia since at least high school. And so for me, I don't have trouble falling asleep, but I do have trouble staying asleep. So I will wake up periodically throughout the night, every single night. As I've gotten older, the insomnia has continued to get worse. So the number of times I would wake up throughout the night has increased. How long I'd be awake has also increased. And so I started doing some research. I started reading books, reading articles, all that stuff to try to get a handle on the situation, to try to improve it. And I was able to make a little bit of progress. But despite all the research and actually doing quite a bit, I really just was never able to get control over how my sleep would play out for a given night. And so over the last couple of years, things really started to degrade with my sleep. I'd be up for an hour in the middle of the night, several times a week. In the last 6 months to a year, that started to become 2 hours in the middle of the night. And when that happened, the next day would really just it'd be terrible. I'd be like a walking zombie. And things at work started to slip. I could tell. And my schoolwork was also falling apart. And it was just time for me to do something. I had to do something. It was just getting really bad. And so in my research, I had come across cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia and figured it was worth checking out. And in my research, I came across Dr. Exman's Somly program. And it almost sounded too good to be true. I'd done a lot of work to try to improve my sleep, and I felt like I had barely moved the needle. But I decided to give the initial consultation a shot. I just wanted to talk to him, really just to see what he was about, try to get a sense of what the program was like. And I remember coming off that call just feeling really optimistic. It really felt like he had my best interest in mind. And so I decided to give it a shot. And it was, I will say it wasn't easy at first. But what I was trying to fix was not small. It was almost a lifetime of poor sleeping habits, of not understanding how my body and mind needed to behave for my sleep to be ideal. So yeah, the first couple weeks were tough. They were definitely, things got worse before they got better, but that's just part of the deal. And shortly after that, it was probably about halfway through the second week, I started to notice that my sleep quality started to improve little bit by little bit. Right, so I wasn't waking up for an hour at a time in the middle of the night. When I would wake up, I was able to just fall right back asleep, and I started to feel rested during the day. I could feel I was just in a better mood. Yeah, it was hard to wrap my mind around, but it was working. And so we just continued. Each week was a new sort of plan based on last week's data. And I really appreciated that approach, where it was custom tailored to my situation. And as much as all the documentation and information that's out there, books, the internet, etc., and there's a lot of it, and it for some people that maybe that works, but for me, it just didn't. It wasn't enough. I needed something custom tailored to my particular situation, and that's exactly what the program that Dr. Exman and his team have put together. And so, if you found yourself at a place where you really need to improve your sleep and you feel like you don't know where else to go, I cannot recommend Dr. Exman and the entire Somley team, their program. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's just been huge. And so nowadays, I feel confident in knowing how my night's sleep is going to turn out. Is it always perfect? No. But I know now if it's not going to be a good night's sleep, right? And I know how to course correct to fix that. And that's just been huge, to have that sense of control and know what to expect from a night of sleep. It's huge. It's huge. If you've tried other things and they haven't been working, if they haven't been moving the needle in a way that you need it to be moved, can't hurt to have a call. Talk to them, see what it's about, see if it's right for you. It was right for me.